guys, I'm Aveline. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. I hope you're all having a great Sunday today, the second Sunday in Advent. I really hope that's how you say it. No one really specified it the last time I talked about Advents, so I'm just going with it. If no one corrected me, I'm just gonna assume that I said it correctly, because normally if I say just the smallest thing wrong, like someone will be there right away to correct me, so I'm going with it. I'm sticking to it. But anyways, I hope you're all doing great. Also, if you're not celebrating Advent, like, we're not really a religious country, Denmark, but people still celebrate it because it's tradition. So, like, if you're not celebrating it, I still hope you're having a great Sunday, of course. I'm not gonna leave any of you guys out. So anyways, today we are building, or we're doing another one of those Real to Sims kind of, not really challenges, because I don't really see this as a challenge. However, I know that some people like to call it a challenge, but to me personally, it's not really a challenge. It's just a Real to Sims house, so that's what we're doing today. However, I will say that with this one, I did have to change it a little bit because it wasn't really making much sense in The Sims. There are parts of the roof, especially, or only actually on the back, that were just kind of off, so I had to change it up a little bit. However, I'll make sure to link to the house in the description so you can check it out if you want to. I think it's on, I actually don't remember, it's on Zillow, I think. So I'll make sure to link to the house so you can go check it out. Also, there's a few things here and there that, of course, I took creative liberty to change the color of the front door, for example, because the brown just looked completely off compared to the rest of the house. I could not handle it. It looked so annoying to me. So, like, a few things here and there, but overall, I did follow the floor. Actually, I just remembered it was another house that I changed the roofing on. I made another shell. Like, I'm just gonna come out and tell you guys. So yesterday I started this house, and I know that I started it a little bit late, but I got started recording Sims a little bit late because I knew that I wanted a video up for today, but I just didn't really know what to build. So I was sitting here looking on Pinterest, looking on houseplant websites, Zillow, all these kinds of websites for ages before I found a house, and then I started it, and then it turned out way too big. So I had to start over again at like 9 p.m. And I've been fixing my sleeping schedule, so 9 p.m. is actually late for me now. I go to bed between 1 and 2, which may seem a little bit late to some of you, but if you know me, I usually go to bed like 4, sometimes a little bit later, so between 1 and 2 is pretty good for me. But the other house that I started before, that was the one where I had to fix the roofing, so just ignore that comment. We're following the floor, or not the floor plan, but the house shape as well as we can, compared to the pictures that I had access to, because they didn't actually show me the proper, like, the entire back of the house in the pictures. You can see that yourself on the Zillow website. And also, I couldn't find any pictures of the floor plan, so I kind of had to improvise that. And also, I didn't like the furniture, so I kind of went with their color scheme, but I did change up the style just a little bit. I hope that's okay. But overall, the colors on the exterior, the windows, the house shape, the roofing, everything is pretty close to the real life version. I also took inspiration from the landscaping from the real life version and used it on this house because I just, it's a Real to Sims build, so you kind of have to make it look like the real house, otherwise what's the point? But I did, if you will, Simsify it a little bit. So I did turn up the landscaping just like a tiny bit. So there's a lot more plants around the house compared to the real life house. Also, backyards in real lives are so boring. They're basically just like, unless there's a person in the house, did I just say unless? Unless there's a person living in the house that really cares about landscaping, which as a person who loves plants, I don't care about landscaping in real life, so I don't know, anyways. But unless there's a person living in the house who really cares about landscaping, or they've hired a gardener or a landscaping expert or something, backyards are usually just like a square of grass and possibly a couple of trees. Super boring, and I don't want to do that in The Sims, so I had to improvise that as well. But it's for, your good, so that the backyard has a little bit of action going on in it, So, yeah, but that's what we're doing today. I hope you guys like this modern farmhouse. I feel like I want to call this a modern farmhouse, but I could be wrong. But I think it's a modern farmhouse, so I'm going with it. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. So actually, I should probably give you all the important information about the house. So this is for 2 parents, 1 teen and 2 children that I think are twins. You could kind of convert their room into like a teen room if you want to, but I'm kind of counting on the teen having gone off to university or moved out or something like that as soon as or before the children turn into teens. So it's pretty good if you want to be able to play in the house for a little bit longer. It should be possible for you to kind of customize it to your family. And yeah, the house is built in Brindleton Bay. It's been a while since I've built here, I think, or I might be misremembering. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take a look at my page. I can't remember anything because I'm so tired these days. It's all okay though. So we're building it in Brindleton Bay. I started building it on the 30 by 30, but then when I'd done the shell, it kind of hit me that I wouldn't have a lot of space for landscaping. So I decided instead of moving it to a 40 by 30, I decided to move it to the 40 by 40 that's on the other side of the road from the 30 by 30. It's been a while since I've built on this lot as well because I tend to stick to smaller houses these days. I feel like a 30 by 20 takes me quite a long time these days for some reason, so I've been sticking to either those or smaller lots or apartments. But for this house, I wanted to make sure that I had room enough to kind of do like natural looking or realistic looking landscaping, except a little bit simplified. So yeah, that's what we're building. We're building on the 40 by 40, and it's the area of the map that's in like the upper left side of Brindleton Bay. So it's not the one where you can see the water. It's the one where you can kind of see like farmland in the background, and you can also see sort of like a town area on one of the sides of this area. It's like right in the middle of, or right in between the town and the country, which I kind of like. I don't know, would you call that rural? Whatever. I don't know, it's not my language. So, also I feel like farmhouses are perfect for this little area because you can see, like I said, you can see the farmland in the background, and it's cute. I really want a farm pack. So anyways, I would have so many excuses to build farmhouses. I love to build farmhouses. So not because like farmhouses, you can find farmhouses in more suburban areas as well. They're not, what's that called? They're not only found in rural areas or like country areas, farmland, whatever those areas are called. They're also found in more suburban areas, especially modern farmhouses, but I just feel like they fit in here so well. So I am looking forward to, if we ever get a farm pack, like I'll go crazy. I kind of cut back on me saying I'm looking forward to because I'm not sure that it's ever gonna happen. They did say that it's something they've considered, but I don't know. I'm hoping in this next year, 2021, please, give us a farm pack for The Sims because we desperately want it. At least I know a lot of people do. And also when I say we, I obviously mean me. I desperately want a farm pack. So please, thank you. If it ever happens, I owe you one, you know. So anyways, I also feel like the floor plan here on the ground floor is a little bit strange, but I still, like with modern farmhouses, it's not uncommon to have sort of like an open concept or like open floor plan concept. So you're not necessarily using doors or archways, but basically just have a few walls that are dividing areas into rooms instead, if you get what I mean. So it's not like all open, but it's still not closed off. I don't know if that's making any sense. You can see in the pictures what I mean, so I definitely recommend that you go check out the house. If you can't at the same time as you're watching this video, then wait until after, or take a break, go check it out, come back, something, I don't know. So anyways, that is pretty much what I'm doing with the kitchen and the dining area, and then there is an archway leading to the living room, which is actually a bit on the smaller side compared to the house, but also I don't really like huge rooms, so when it's just supposed to be like a living room or a kitchen instead of a kitchen and a dining room. Like if it's just supposed to be a room that's dedicated to one purpose, I like for it to be a little bit smaller, as you guys know. I like when everything is like kind of cramped together a little bit. So the living room is not particularly big compared to the size of the house, but I feel like it fits the house anyways. And they actually have sort of two living rooms, because there is the more formal living room, which is right next to the kitchen and the dining room, but then they also have like a playroom, kind of like a games room, if you will. And I did decide to place another TV in there and another sort of like a living room area, but they have a console in there as well, and also the football table. So that's basically where the garage is supposed to be, but today I decided to renovate it, so it's not actually a garage, it just looks like it from the exterior, so I hope that's okay. I've done that before a couple of times. I just feel like sometimes decorating garages, if they're supposed to be garages, is super boring. So I like to turn it either, I don't know, I like to turn them into a lot of different things. Today it just happened to be like a games room kind of situation. So also I was initially going for a lot more of like a contrasty kind of look. So that's why you saw me using these counters in the darker swatch, in the gray swatch. But then it got too contrasty because both the walls are very light gray. If I had, actually they're the exact same color as the walls in the original house, which is kind of funny, but or not really haha funny, but you know what I mean. Maybe, I don't know. So anyways, but I actually really wanted them to be just like a tad darker so it wouldn't be so contrasty, but we don't have the right color that I was going for, so it turned out like, I don't know, it looked too harsh with the counters. It probably looks really great in real life. Like, there's a lot of things you can pull off in real houses that just, color scheme wise, that just look off in The Sims. Like, completely white interiors in The Sims bug me a lot because a lot of the white items aren't actually the same white. They're like slightly off-white or slightly gray or something like that. So you have to be really, if you want to go for one specific interior style, it's just not, it doesn't work. So you have to be either making some kind of eclectic kind of interior for it to work, or just ignore the fact that they're not all the same color. So like color scheme wise, for example, with all white interiors or very contrasty interiors, I feel like I can't pull it off. I'm sure that some other people can, but as a builder, a Sims builder, I don't feel like I can. So I had to change it. So we're going for a very white interior, but with black items here and there, especially when it comes to chairs, as you can see here in this room. Also, I feel like in the original house, they wouldn't have gone for a gray carpet or, yeah, rug underneath the dining table. They would have probably gone for a white one, which is or rug suicide. Like, why would you use a white rug underneath the dining table? Are you trying to ruin it purposely or something? But I feel like they would have done that. I'm pretty sure they probably did that in the pictures. You can go have a look afterwards if you want. But I decided to go for a gray one, which I'm sure is still gonna get ruined, except the Sims don't spill food on the carpet. So we're all good, except the kids might actually make a mess on it, but I feel like it's fine because they can clean it up. It's all good. I just want to warn you guys, like, in case you hadn't picked up on it yet, I feel like I've said it already. I know that I've said it already, but if I end up, like, I said that I'm tired, so if I end up saying something that doesn't fully make sense, like, it's just because I'm in that kind of weird mood. You know when you get overtired and you just start acting like a drunk person? I've almost gotten to that point. So if I say something that doesn't fully make sense, that would be why, but I feel like so far, so good. So in here is the living room. I kind of decided to, I wouldn't really say that this is a full-on entertainment unit, but because there is a fireplace, but I did kind of customize it a little bit. So I like to use cabinets when I'm making these sorts of entertainment units or TV tables, or just want more place-to-place clutter, like under windows, for example. I did that in the last tiny loft that I did. I placed a lot of cabinets under the window because it kind of makes like a windowsill situation. So I was doing that as well. I couldn't find any bookcases that I could place on either sides of the fireplace because they just were not fitting. They did not, like, size-wise, they wouldn't, it was so frustrating. So I ended up basically combining a couple of cabinets and also with a full-on, like a full-size cabinet as well. I used a couple of shelves as well, and I like how it turned out. I don't think I've done a TV setup like that before, and it looked really pleasing to me, also with the plant right next to the TV. I actually have a plant right next to my TV, and it's a Monstera, so it's probably gonna bother me at some point. I'll move it when the time comes, but so far it's looking all kinds of cute just standing there next to my TV. So I actually, just to like have the plant talk, because you know I love my plants, I love my plant babies, but Gloria, who was my first Monstera, happened to die. So she was infested by bugs, and I'm pretty sure that she was infested when I bought her. I should have checked before I purchased her, but I didn't, my bad. So she had these little white bugs that were basically eating her leaves. I had to spray them with soapy water, and in the process, she just died. So I bought a new Monstera. Now I'm really nervous that my mini banana palm is going to die because she's also infested by soil mites. So I'm gonna fix that at some point when I can find the time. And I'm really hoping that she'll survive until then. Otherwise, I'm going to be a very, very sad plant mom. But anyways, so that was the plant talk. I just had to make that confession. Gloria is basically not the first Gloria. I still call my Monstera Gloria, by the way. I give all my plants names. Let me know if you guys give your plants names too, because I've actually read and heard that it's smart to do that, because I did it for fun, but then later on I heard and read that it's smart to do that because once you've given either an object or a plant, for example, a name, you get better connected with it and you're more likely to take extra care of it. So by giving the plants names, I kind of feel like I will take extra care of them. Like I'll make sure that they have everything they need, like fertilizer, water, sun, so on and so on. Do you guys get what I mean? So I want to know, like, do you guys plant your names? No, name your plants too. I'm just curious. I also bought a little fiddle leaf because okay, so on my Instagram, if you don't follow me over there, follow me, but like if you want to, I'm not gonna force you. If you want to follow me, you can. There is a follow button on my page on Instagram. I'm AvelineYT, just in case. It's also linked in the description. I don't post a whole lot. I've explained that before, but it's basically because I just can never find time to actually sit down and post my builds over there, and I don't really take pictures of myself. It's a thing. It's fine. I'll try to get better at it, but I do like to have it to like answer questions and put up things on my story because I like to take pictures of what I'm wearing for the day if I feel like it looks cool, or so it's just on my story, not on my feed. But and then I also take like pictures of my apartment so people can see what like how I decorate it and stuff. But and also if I go somewhere. So the other day, last week, I went to a plant shop again because I'm addicted to the plant shop. Okay, it's a problem. It's fine. But basically, someone actually asked in my DMs, so you went to the plant shop, but you didn't buy anything, because I didn't take pictures of what I bought, but I actually did buy the Monstera and the fiddle leaf tree, or fiddle leaf plant. Is that what it's called? I feel like it sounds wrong when I say it right now. Fiddle leaf? I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, because I really wanted one of those, and I bought it super small, so I get to watch it grow. If you're not interested in plants at all, I'm so sorry for this talk, but I love plants. So anyways, I'm gonna talk about them now and then. But yeah, so I bought those two actually. So I just never took pictures of them. So apparently people on my Instagram who know that I'm obsessed with plants think that I went to the plant shop and didn't buy anything. Like, how could you think that of me? Of course I bought something. Of course I got myself a new plant. But yeah, I promise to get a little bit better at posting pictures over there on the feed of my builds and stuff. I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to be one of those people that are really good at posting on Instagram, but at the same time, I'm not, so that's just how that is. Anyways, we are working on the second floor now. This is the twins' bedroom. I think we've done both a parent's bedroom or a parent. It could be a single parent. I don't know. And also the teens bedroom, which is definitely a bit on the mature side. They only had like a couple of instruments in there. Not saying mature people can't have instruments, because I used to have. Am I mature? We're gonna not continue that talk, but I used to have instruments in my bedroom as well, both as a teen and as an adult, so whatever. But yeah, I feel like the room, it might be because of the color scheme or something, but I feel like it was for more of a mature teen, so they might almost be an adult, or they might just be an old soul, who knows. But then I had to add just a little bit of color for the children's room, because the whole like black, white, gray color scheme in there that we're going for the rest of the house, I felt like it just wasn't working for the children's room. I just needed to add just like a little bit of color, so I went for some pastels. There's a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue in there as well, and now it's looking all kinds of cute. But if you look at the house from above, so like, I don't know, if you zoom out and then look down on the house, it definitely is a little bit eye-catching, because there's a lot of color in there compared to the rest of the house, so that's definitely something. But yeah, anyways, it just looks a little bit funny. So I moved downstairs again, because I didn't actually finish up the office and also the games room. I didn't really know what I wanted them to look like, so I decided to just hop on upstairs to finish off the bedrooms before moving on downstairs again. Also, I know you're gonna be looking at this room and be like, why did she place that there? Because she's building during the summer, but I was just really in the mood to place down. Also, I know that the Southern Hemisphere is a thing, before we get to that talk again. But anyways, I was just really in the mood to place down a Christmas tree. So there is a Christmas tree in this room. Don't question it. I just felt like I needed to place down a Christmas tree, so there is one. It's not a big deal. You can take it out if you don't want it there. Place down a floor lamp instead, or something else, another bookcase, or a plant, a smaller plant than a Christmas tree. I just really wanted to use a Christmas tree for some reason, so I decided to place one there. It's the one from Seasons that you can decorate yourself, so that's there. I don't know. I was just really in the mood for it, so I went for it. Initially, I wanted to go for the really white swatch, actually, of the other one from Seasons, but it had a lot of gold on it, and I felt like the gold was just a little bit too much for this interior, because we're going for a lot of grays, blacks, and whites, which I'm sure, like, those colors, or they're not really, like, actual colors, but gold would go well with that color scheme. It's just, I'm not the hugest fan of gold, so I tend to not use it a lot, and I couldn't make myself, so I decided to place the plain green one down that you can decorate yourself instead. So that's something for your Sims to do if you want. Otherwise, just like take it out. There's absolutely no other decor, Christmas decor, holiday decor in this house whatsoever, so that's why I know it's random. But I just really felt like placing down a Christmas tree. So I did. So anyways, sometimes you just have to follow your instincts. That's not an instinct, but you guys get what I mean. So anyways, I want to explain a little bit about why there was a cut here, because I realized suddenly there's a lot of stuff going on in the backyard, and you guys probably didn't see me place anything down. But that's because I accidentally opened up Roblox, and if you guys ever record yourselves and you have OBS open, you know about all the different windows and stuff, like all the different sources. So Roblox is layered on top of Sims, which means that when I start recording and I have both Roblox and Sims open, it'll record Roblox instead of Sims. Because sometimes I have Sims running in the background while I'm recording Roblox, just because Sims takes a long time to open and close. To be honest, I don't know why, just probably because of all the packs or something. Also, Reshade takes a long time to load as well. So sometimes I'll just leave Sims open in the background, which is why I placed Roblox as like prioritized above Sims. So it was recording me just standing still in Roblox instead of me planting a lot of stuff in The Sims, because I forgot to hide the window. So I didn't want to do it all again because I liked how it looked. So that's why we kind of just jumped from all or nothing to a lot of stuff going on in the backyard. But you didn't really miss out on much anyways. You just missed out on me doing some terrain paint, placing a lot of these debug rocks as well, so nothing too exciting. I hope it's okay. But basically in the backyard, they have the typical gardening area, which is a little bit bigger today, but it's also a farmhouse, so I felt like that was fitting. They also have sort of like a nicer outdoors kitchen. You can see me place it down right here. There's not a whole lot of clutter, but they do have a tea brewer outside, a bigger grill, there's a sink, and also a bar. And then, of course, a dining table in the middle of it. They also have a pool, and there's a sand pit as well for the kids, with a few toys and a toy box and the jungle bar. The one you can crawl on. Monkey bar? Whatever, that thing. So, I don't even know what that thing is called in Danish, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna call it monkey jungle bar. I'm pretty sure it's not right. And I could probably just read the tooltip and get it right, but I'm not going to. Sometimes it's funny to come up with your own words, okay. Plus, I'd probably just forget it before I did the next voiceover anyways. Let's be honest. I feel like my voice has dropped like an octave while doing this voiceover, but I actually decided to take the day off yesterday completely. I was planning to do a video, but then when I woke up, I just had a lot of throat ache? Yeah, pain in my throat. So I felt like I just needed to be quiet all day, not talk at all, not sing, not do anything, with my voice. Obviously, I can't just do nothing for an entirety because I don't know how to do that. So I just took the day off, and I still feel like it's not completely gone. Like, obviously, it's because I'm not sleeping super well these days because I'm fixing my sleeping schedule, desperately trying to be a proper adult, but it's just not, whatever. So my throat still hurts. It's a thing. It's fine though. But I feel like I can hear it. You probably can't, but it's also because I know what to look for, if you get what I mean. So yeah, my throat just hurts a little bit today, and my voice might sound a little bit deeper than usual, but you may not be able to hear it. So anyways, for the rest of the video, we're just doing a little bit of like placing down a couple plants here and there, doing a little bit more landscaping, adding some details to the exterior. Oh, I actually wanted to add those hanging plants. What's it called? Hanging plants, I suppose? Whatever. Here at the front porch, but forgot. That does happen sometimes. I get like a quick idea and then I don't execute it right away and then I just completely forget it. But if you want, you can add them when you download the house if you do decide to download it. So you can find them in the debug catalog, and you can find all the cheats that I use to build my houses as well in the description. So if you're not fully certain on how to find the debug items, you use those cheats. But anyways, we are at the end of the video now, so I'll be wrapping up this voiceover. If you guys like this house, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye!
I'll be here forever, waiting for your call. Lovers come, lovers go, and their hearts seem to change, but mine's still the same, 'cause I still love them all, and my heart's not to blame, it's just the way it is. Like stone, in this world of stories, oh, like stone, I'm fixed in a framework that is moving beyond my control. Like stone, I'm motionless in this world of stories.